It always seems to me that I should be happy anywhere but where I am. Tell me, my soul, poor truly soul, how would you like to live in Lisbon? It is a city by the sea. They say it is built of marble, and its inhabitants have such a horror of the vegetable kingdom that they tear up all the trees. You see, it is a country after your own heart, a country entirely made of mineral and light. My soul does not reply. What do you say to Rotterdam? You, who loves forest of masts and ships that are moored on the doorsteps of houses. My soul remains silent. Perhaps you would like Batavia better. There, moreover, we should find the wit of Europe wedded to the beauty of the tropics. Not a word. Can my soul be dead? Have you sunk into so deep a stupor that you are happy only in your own happiness? If that is the case, let us fly to countries that are the counterfeits of death. And are just the place for us, poor soul. We will pack up our trunks for Tonio. We will still go further to the furthest end of the Baltic Sea, still further from life, if possible. We will settle at the pole. There, we can take deep baths of darkness.
I was travelling. The country around me was of an inexpressible grandeur and sublimity, and I think a little of it must have passed into my soul at that moment. My thoughts leaped with the lightness of the air itself. My soul seemed as immense and pure as the enveloping dome of the sky. Over the motionless little lake, jet black from the immensity of its depth, the shadow of a cloud passed occasionally, like the reflection of an airy giant's cloak flying across the sky. and I remember feeling with a joy, mingled with awe, that rare and solemn sensation one has at seeing some great movement evolving without a sound. In short, thanks to the compelling beauty around me, I was at peace with myself and with the universe. In my perfect beatitude, I was beginning to think the newspapers might not be so ridiculous after all, in wanting to make us believe that man is born good. I was peacefully cutting my bread when a slight sound made me look up. There in front of me stood a ragged little urchin, dark and dishevelled, with hollow eyes that devoured my bread fiercely, and as it seemed to me, pleadingly. And I heard him gasp in a low, hoarse voice, "Cake." I could not help laughing at the appellation with which he thought fit to honour my near-white bread. I cut off a generous slice and offered it to him. Slowly he came toward me, never taking his eyes off the coveted object. Then, snatching it out of my hand, he quickly backed away, as if he feared that my offer had not been sincere. But at that moment he was knocked down by another little savage, so exactly like the first that I took them to be twins. The two of them rolled on the ground, struggling for possession of the precious booty, neither willing to share it with the other. Furious, the first clutched the second by the hair, and the second seized one of his brother's ears between his teeth. Then, with a superb local oath, spit out a bloody morsel. The legitimate owner of the cake
that all the clowns, jugglers, animatronics and ambulance hostess count on, long in advance to make up for the lean seasons of the year. On such days, people seem to forget all their troubles, all their toil. They become like children. never fail to visit all the booths that flaunt themselves on these periodic occasions, and how they vied with one another in fantastic competition. They bought and they screeched and they bellowed. There was a mixture of cries, crushing grass and exploding fireworks. Pulcinellas and pantaloons burned by the sun and toughened by the wind and rain made grotesque faces. With the self-confidence of the seasoned actors, sure of their effect, shot out the width and depth and thanks of a solid and heavy humour akin to Baudelaire. As though he had exiled himself in shame from all these splendours. Fanciullo was an admirable buffoon and almost like one of the prince's friends. But for men whose profession it is to be funny, serious things have a fatal attraction. One day, Fanciullo joined a conspiracy formed by certain discontented nobles of the court. The nobles in question were arrested, as well as Fanciullo, and all of them faced a certain death. I could readily believe that the prince was quite put out to find his favourite player among the rebels. Suddenly, a rumour spread that the sovereign had decided to pardon all the conspirators, and the origin of this rumour was an announcement that a magnificent pantomime was to be given, in which Fanciullo would play one of his most famous roles. An evident proof, added superficial minds, of the generous proclivities of the offended prince. At last, the great day having arrived, this little court displayed all its pomps. Fanciullo was that night just such a perfect idealization, so that one could not help believing in the impersonation as live, possible, and real. Fanciullo proved to me that the intoxication of art is more apt than any other
to veil the terrors of the eternal abyss, and that genius can play a part even on the edge of the grave, with such joy that it shuts out all